Hello and welcome to Songs for the Struggling Artist, the blogcast. This is episode 251. My name is Emily Rainbow Davis, and it is raining in Queens, New York right now. So if you hear a little rain happening from my very hot mic today, that's kind of nice. I think a little rain will add some atmosphere. I don't think you'll hear it, though. My mic is super hot. For some reason, my computer has decided to rename my mic and record everything super hot, even though I have everything turned down. I think it's fine. I think it looks fine. You know, the levels all look good. But, you know, I'm not a sound expert. You may be surprised to learn. I am a neophyte in this particular arena. I mean, you know, I make do. I do all right. I'm not entirely clueless, but it is not my wheelhouse necessarily. It's like I know how to do it, but I also like rely on some sort of automation-y kinds of things that when they get disrupted, I'm all like, I don't know what's happening. It's got a new name. Ah. Anyway, I am fully vaccinated. Hey, as of Saturday. So, I haven't licked anyone. I want to. I just want to like walk down the street and just go. But I'm not doing that because I do know that people don't generally like to be licked. And I'm not sure there's like no one I've actually wanted. It's just like I think in reality, I don't actually want to lick anyone, but there's just like a visceral kind of feeling of like, just like, yeah, let's go. And somehow that gets expressed that way in my brain, even though in reality, I've seen very few people on the street who are lickable. Yeah. Anyway, it's very exciting. Went out to a restaurant on Saturday night when we sat outside, and it was pretty safe, I think, because of that. And still, though, first restaurant. Well, it's actually not actually the first outdoor experience I've had. It is the second, but this is the first like one where I felt like, hey, I'm vaccinated, so woo. Anyway, that's the developments here. They are reopening all kinds of stuff in the next couple of weeks, which is seeming weird, but okay, we'll try that, I guess. I don't know. Is that right? Is it good to do? What do you? How are you all feeling? This feels very strange. Anyway, that's where that is. So today's blog is it's a little one. It's a little nugget, and it is called "An Idea is a Little Monster." Famous writers and artists get asked about their ideas a lot. I feel sure I've read a few essays about having to respond to the "where do you get your ideas?" question, which is, apparently, a ubiquitous question for a successful writer. For the record, I have never been asked this question. Though I have been asked the question that comes up at nearly every Q&A for actors in history, which is, how do you learn all those lines? I think I will know I have achieved a measure of success as a maker when someone finally asks me where my ideas come from. Obviously, they come from the idea store where you can get a 6-pack of ideas for really cheap if you time it right. You know that isn't true. I could never afford to buy my ideas. For me, I've previously thought of ideas like glitter. And I stand by that concept. But recently, I began to think of an idea I had as a little monster, demanding that I complete it. It feels to me that some ideas, once they take hold, become tyrannical little demons. They're not malevolent, they're just really persistent. They will not let me rest. Not all ideas are like that. Some are like butterflies that just sort of float around, hoping someone will offer it a flower to land on. You can follow it if you like, or let it fly on. But some ideas hook their claws into you and demand you complete them. They're not full-size monsters, they're sort of cat-sized. And as unwilling to let you complete your regular work as a cat is. Wait, is the idea monster a cat? It's close, but not quite. A cat will leave you when it gets bored. The idea monster will not get bored. It insists on itself vociferously. It will be completed. It will not be dissuaded by logic. You can tell it that no one cares about this idea, that it's a waste of time, that it's silly, that there's no reason to do it. But it does not care. It wants to be realized. It will be realized. You might as well just go ahead and finish it if you want to get some sleep. This makes it sound like the idea monster is a pest. But the fact is, I'm never happier than when I'm in the hold of an idea monster. It is a persistent little bugger who captures my attention, but I love having it around. It's an incredibly clarifying little creature. When we're working together on something, there's nothing better, nothing more important. It is a little like a love affair. When the idea is complete, the monster will vanish, and I will miss it tremendously, even if I do get a lot more sleep. Anyway, I don't know where the idea monsters come from, but if anyone has a direct line to their place of residence, please tell them they are always welcome here. So this post came on the heels of my momentary obsession with TikTok. And when I was making TikTok videos, I made two TikTok videos, put them up on the company TikTok account, which I created to post those videos, and that was kind of it for my TikTok moment. I was entirely inspired by a TikToker named Lubalin, I believe it's pronounced. I've not actually ever heard it said, but he does these videos where he makes up songs from funny internet exchanges. They are incredibly catchy, and before I made the videos, the songs were in my head all the time. And in a way, I feel like the videos were almost an attempt to just like, if I can just clear this song out of my head, that would be nice. And I think I might, make another TikTok at some point, but it's like those two possessed me. They were like, you're doing this. And I haven't had that experience since. I mean, I've had it with other things, but nothing has called out to be created in that way. So, the star of one of those TikTok videos is a little finger puppet made by a designer who I have worked with a couple of times and who is fantastic. So the picture that's on this episode is of that puppet. It's by Marte Ekhougen. So if you would like to see that, check it out. So for a song, I had to find a monster song, and this led me deep into the bowels of Sesame Street because, literally, I thought, song about a monster, and the only thing I could think of was the album Monster by REM, and I think there might be some heavy metal songs about monsters. Anyway, I looked up songs about monsters, and a lot of the best of songs about monsters were Sesame Street. So I listened to a lot of them. One is from 1976, and it is you can't believe it's a children's song. I mean, it's not a bad song, melodically and whatnot, but it is a little bit like, did you think like a stripper song was a good idea for kids? I believe it is called I Want a Monster to Be My Friend. And if you would like to see a very strange moment in Muppet history, just check it out and let me know what you think. Apparently, they had some blowback on it and had changed a stanza with I think, good reason. Anyway, then there's also, if you're feeling, like you want to see some more strange Sesame Street videos, I watched a video for a song by Grover called The Monster in the Mirror, which was not, as I thought it was going to be, a Michael Jackson takeoff on The Man in the Mirror. It is not. Not at all. But there's a couple videos of it, but there's one on the Sesame Street wiki page or whatever that it features bunches of celebrities from that particular moment. So all these celebrities from 1989. And I just had this funny experience watching it going oh my God, look, it's Julia Roberts, or oh yeah. And then half of them being oh, that guy looks kind of familiar, but what was his name? Just it's just a really funny snapshot of that particular moment in pop culture. And some of those people, we still know, and others, not so much. There is a list of who they all are on that Sesame Street wiki page. So feel free to explore that little moment in history. It is. Wow. But I did not sing that song. It's not the greatest song, honestly. There's the chorus is wubba, 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 doodly doo. It's not. There's just not a lot there. But what I did find was that REM did a version of their song Shiny Happy People for monsters, and it is called Furry Happy Monsters, and the video is a delight because Michael Stipe is jumping up and down with Muppets, and it's very charming, and the monsters are adorable. So I've worked out here Furry Happy Monsters, which I kind of like better than Shiny Happy People now that I've spent some time with it. Shiny Happy People, it's fun to dance to sometimes, but not a lot, goes on in that song. Whereas there's a dramatic arc for Furry Happy Monsters. They don't remain happy. The Shiny Happy People are happy all the way through. The Furry Happy Monsters, something happens. So, yeah, that'll be here in just a moment on the ukulele. Meanwhile, thank you so much for listening. If you like the podcast, please tell someone about it, share it, all the things and all the places, subscribe, And then if you would like to support it with your dollars, we have patreon.com/Emily R. Davis. There's also PayPal and Ko-fi. All those links are in the show notes and always much appreciated. Thank you for listening the most. And without any further ado, I'm going to give to you Furry Happy Monsters. Furry happy monsters laughing. Monsters having fun. See them jump and run. Happy, happy, laughing all the while. Cheerful, cheerful, flashing a big smile. That's the perfect sign that they're feeling fine. Furry happy monsters feeling glad. Furry happy monsters feeling glad. turned long, crying, crying, hear them sob and whine, tearful, tearful, that's a real good sign that they're feeling glum. Sad, sad times have come. Furry sobbing monsters feeling sad. Furry sobbing monsters feeling sad. Furry sobbing monsters crying. Very happy monsters feeling glad. Very happy monsters feeling glad. Very happy monsters laughing. Very sobbing monsters feeling sad. Very sobbing monsters feeling sad. Very sobbing monsters crying. Very happy monsters feeling glad. Very happy monsters feeling glad. Very happy monsters laughing. Monsters happy, monsters happy, monsters happy, monsters happy, monsters happy, monsters.